Red West Islanders and their 7 players, Charlie McDonald and Ethan Morrison.
And the Islanders make their way to the ice surface of the Almaguer Sports Center for this contest. The following is a presentation of the U18 Major Hockey League in partnership with High Button Sports. I'm your host, Brendan Maloney, for this contest. We should be in for an exciting matchup here today. As if you tuned in last night, you'll be reminded that the Islanders defeated the Dartmouth Steele Subaru 4-3 in a shootout. But first, we commence with the national anthem to start this contest.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Almaguer Sports Center. Please rise and remove your hats for the national anthem.
And you recall, if you watched yesterday's matchup, it was an exciting contest. The Islanders broke a 10-game winning streak on the part of the Dartmouth Steele Subaru with their defeat of them last night. And now they've gone 2-3 in their last 5 games, as they had a losing streak of their own of 5 games tune-up. And it's a great relief for them to come back to the home ice arena. And of course, they've got the throwback jerseys on again. They were a good luck charm in yesterday's matchup. Let's see if it remains the state of affairs for this one here on this Sunday afternoon. And that opening draw won by the Subaru as they move into their own zone to try to set up the play the other way, off the wall. Third out, and here they come. The Subaru right off the jump. Ryan trying to get advanced that play. Kaplinski on the wall. Cycling deep, Ryan after it. Behind the goal, looking to center out front. Another chance out front. Davidson hustling after that one. Chips it out of the zone and skates after Kaplinski. Gets his legs churning and burning as always. Ryan Davidson, always an intimidating force in the defensive end as he gets on that forecheck. Moving wide. Fires it to Watt. Watt trying to make a move. Knocked off the puck as Carver gets out with it here for the Subaru. Carver tries to dump it past McGinnis. Finally gets it in deep. It gets a line change there for the Subaru. As Hookshorst moves it on the left wing to McDonald. He gave it away, but it's picked up by John Hugh McGinnis in relief. Here he comes down the wing, dumping it into the zone to make the simple play. Stopped up behind the goal by Will Cole. Play out front. And that goes out to neutralize. Will Cole, the goaltender in the net for this game for the Dartmouth Steele Subaru. He earned his first star of the week for the Nova Scotia U18 Major League of last week. So he's been stellar for this group. And of course, Jack Bell getting the nod in goal for the Islanders. This time it was Leo Forrence in yesterday's matchup. And one taken out. Moved in now by Land. Land trying to get a lead pass over to Tremblay as it goes in below the goal line. As McGinnis takes the body on him. Onto the point, Land. Shoots it across, just kept alive. Quick shot through the traffic, trying to get it past Bell, and that was blocked in front by Ellis. held in the line. Another shot through traffic, and that one deflected into the netting for a stoppage in play. Well, the gamesmanship starting as if there was no interruption of the night's sleep between last game and this one, as already the mind game starting to take effect here. There's a face-off in the offensive zone here for the Subaru. One defensively by the Islanders as that's off the wall. Taken up there by Fleet, trying to move ahead with it. Upended by McDonald as he tries to chip it into the zone. McGinnis, lead pass ahead for Chisholm as Will Chisholm dumps it in and gets an advanced play here as he skates after Henry in the corner. There was a body check on him. Fleet after it. Jake McGinnis there to help him out. McDonald and McGinnis do battle on the wall there. As Fleet looks to get after it. A collision with the official there momentarily, as that one worked in the corner. Subaru trying to clear the puck here as the Islanders got a momentary pressure opportunity as McGinnis was tossed to the ice by Smith. Or body check rather, excuse me. As that's on the near side, McGinnis takes the body there again. Drops it off there to McDonald. Aiden McDonald down the wing. Trying to work free against Burgess. Got it into the corner, but the Subaru now with possession. Soft area pass, doesn't get the angle they wanted. And that's down for an icing call against the Subaru. This first period of play brought to you by Superline Fuels. Worry-free home heating, oil and propane delivered proudly by local experts. Comforting your family is our priority at Superline Fuels. That offensive draw win by the Islanders got to Chisholm. Poplinski off the wall. Funny hop there, gets past Trenum as Chisholm goes to intercept. Finds Trenum. Sam Trenum. Outlet play all the way down the ice on the deflection. McPhee picks that up in his own zone. Knocked down to the ice. Delaney trying to get a stick on that. Trenum on it. Sparks unable to get it off him. Near side. Poplinski. Nice lead pass there. Looking to dance on the move there was Osmond. Work back in the corner here for the Dartmouth Steel Subaru. Delaney on the just inside his own blue line as Osmond looks to strip him of the puck. Out to neutral ice. McGinnis trying to get a stick on that. Great defensive pressure there by McPhee. Unable to get it past though. It's moved in front and unable to get the shot away there was McDonald. Rimmed around the far side. Watt going to retrieve it. On to the point. McGinnis sawing it across. McDonald retrieves that. McNeil a drive all the way through and a pad save there for Will Cole. Another chance in front. Watt a shot and that one blocked the side as well. As Poplinski fires that into the stands for a stoppage in play. The Islanders were the first to strike in yesterday's matchup with Ryan Davidson scoring a goal early in the contest. He's back on the ice for this faceoff. Off the draw onto the point to McGinnis. McGinnis across. McNeil down low for Watt. Watt sweeping it below the goal line. Chopped out by Land. In the corner, off the glass and down the ice. Good check there by Davidson as always. As he comes down the ice, Watt drops it to Davidson, a drive, and that one blocked in front. Ryan trying to get a stick on that. Davidson with a hard hit again. An absolute wrecking ball out there. As he picks that up again, Ryan Davidson fires into the corner and Land below the goal line. Moving near sides, outlet saucer pass cross ice for Munden. Now it's blocked off by Hookshorst as he clears into the zone and gets a line change for his group. Good back and forth so far in this game. Neither team taking a back step thus far. Good hard hit by Chisholm on the wall. The Islanders looking to set the tone earlier as they did in last game. As that one slipped into the corner. McDonald looking to beat the icing, and he does so. Drops it off for Fleet. Fleet making a move past the official with a dipsy-do as Fleet holds on and shoots. Glove save made by Cole, and he covers it for the whistle. So he commences with a face-off in the offensive zone once again for the Islanders as Fleet steps up to the plate. He's up against Matthew McDonald. Won that draw over to Ellis now on the point. Shot through with traffic, and that one was labeled for the top corner. Deflection at the last second. Dropped it out of the range of the net. So a close call there. As the puck played with a high stick, and so it's whistled down for a face-off and neutral ice. A little bit of a back step there for the Islanders as they did play that with a high stick, so they had to get out of the zone for that face-off. Ellis on the point, moves it across. McCacken putting it in front of the net, unable to get the shot towards the goal on the deflection. Ellis another drive through traffic, rebound chance in front. What a save that was by Cole. As he got that with the shaft of the stick, as that's moved down. McCacken turning with it. Knocked off momentarily. He has to hustle back, and he delivers a healthy check to Burgess on the follow-through. Ellis on it. Near side Chisholm. Switching places. Outlet play looking for McDonald. And that's all the way down. Unable to get a stick on that was Hunter McDonald. That'll be an icing call against the Islanders, so we'll go all the way back down to their zone for this draw. Sparks on the faceoff. We got Brian parked at the top of the circle. Trying to get it to him. He spins with his own shot. That was blocked by Fleet. Turned into the corner to Ellis. Chisholm bodied off by Brian. Intercepting that. Finds Osmond a drive, and that one blocked aside by Bell. Fleet. Hard check on him there by Burgess. Staying on his feet, however, and taking the brunt of that. Something about these older style rinks that you can really hear the body checks off the boards echo through the whole arena. It's almost deafening when the check finds its target. And that's not even mentioning the crowd response as that one down into the corner for McGinnis, who chops at it. Near side outlet play for Munden. Trying him on the back check, got it to Chisholm, who finds the far wall side. That's McDonald unable to advance that. Fired in again. All the way to Cole, who shovels it and covers it. Face off in the offensive zone once again for the Islanders. Aiden McDonald on the draw. McGinnis parked at the top of the circle. Trying to drop it to him, and a great heads-up play there in the Subaru defense. Good check there by McNeil on Tremblay. Here they come through the Subaru, turning with it. McDonald with a hard check. It looked like to the head contact there. And that's going to be called as Kieran McDonald going to the box for the first penalty of this game for the head contact hit on Scotland, and with quite a bit of choice words by McDonald for Scotland there as he went to the penalty box. Always looking to play mind games as Kieran McDonald. And this first power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. As the Islanders were relying on the earlier part of the game yesterday on their penalty kill against the Dartmouth Steele Subaru, as they did take quite a few penalties in that first period of play. Tremblay with a shot through distance, blocked by Ellis and cleared. You don't want to take too many chances with the penalties, though, on a team as deadly as the Dartmouth Steele Subaru.
Penalty for Cameron West goes to number 24, Kieran McDonald.
As both teams with a pair of power play goals in yesterday's matchup. That didn't occur until the second and third periods. That one fired down the ice. Poplinski looking to get a hold of that here behind his own goal. Dylan Poplinski, captain of the Subaru, dumps it into the corner, and chasing it down is Ellis. Tremblay gets a check on him onto the point. McPhee across, and that one escapes the line as McQueen unable to corral that pass from McPhee. McQueen's getting in. He had a highlight reel goal in yesterday's game. Got one down low for Tremblay. Tremblay behind his own goal. Saucer play near side for Ryan. Ryan skating out. Down the left wing side. Stops up. Davidson trying to get a stick on that. On to Land on the point. Land moves it across far side as Duffy turns with it. Duffy back across to Ryan. Ryan a drive through traffic and covered and held by Jack Bell, and some extracurriculars here in front of the Islanders' net mouth. As Ryan steps up to the draw here in the offensive zone for the Subaru. Chase Munden, leading goal scorer for the Subaru, parked at the top of the circle. Watch out for him to try to get a shot on goal. Land onto the point, intercepted momentarily by Hunter McDonald, but unable to advance it there. And lets his frustrations be known as Land moves it in, moves it across, a shot there. That one sails over the goal. Brennan fires it, held at the point, Land a drive, and that blocked it aside into the corner. Munden on it. Chips it to Ryan. Ryan a shot, blocked it aside by Bell. Taken in by Trenum off the boards, but not out. Land holds the line and keeps it alive here for the Subaru. Back to even strength as Kieran McDonald back on the Islanders bench. And back to 5-on-5. Land moves in, chops it into the zone. And Carver after it against Trenum. Carver with a healthy body check on Trenum, trying to get him off the puck. Chisholm in release, slides it to Fleet. Fleet up the right wing side, gets his legs moving. Tries to chip it past Henry. Got a body check for good measure, but both men stay on their feet. Off the far side wall. Here comes a chance. He's getting in a shot. Save made, closing the wickets was Bell. Henry now a shot towards goal. Tipped on goal. Rebound chance covered up by Bell. He gets the whistle. And we will go to a TV timeout here.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better. Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
We are back from this offensive zone draw for the Dartmouth Steele Subaru. Neither team yet to crack each other's goaltenders just yet. As McDonald steps up to the plate. Up against McDonald here. Matthew in the blue and Aiden in the orange. McGinnis firing off the far wall. Nice move by Davison, gets the legs moving and dumps into the zone. Here come the Islanders after McDonald to Davidson. Davidson trying to sweep it out front on the back end. Gets after on the forecheck. McDonald behind the goal. Islanders looking to pressure and get the cycle started for themselves. As Watt try to get a stick on that, taken away here. Nice cut ball moves there by Scotland. Moves it across on the right wing side. Here they come down the wing. Subaru up front, a chance. McDonald holds on and shoots, and save made by Bell. As Smith set up his man in front. McDonald, and covering the angle was Jack Bell to make the save. The line changes for both teams here for this offensive zone draw for the Subaru. Hook Shorts wins that draw to Ellis on the near wall. And Plinsky fires it towards the goal, and that one's walking aside there. Or stick aside, I should say, by Bell. Sees that paddle to knock it into the corner. McCacker from behind the goal. Near side for McGinnis. McGinnis chips it out to neutral ice. Trying to chop at it was Kieran McDonald. There he is, drops it off for Hook Shores. And McCacken rather, who swept it in front. Back across to McCacken. Thomas McCacken, shot from distance, glove saved by Cole, and he covers for the whistle. Shots are 8-5 so far in favor of the Dartmouth Steele Subaru. As they make a partial line change here for this draw. Lance Hook Shores on the draw. On to the point, McCackern. Down low for McGinnis. McGinnis tries to find McDonald. Holds on to it. Back down low again for McGinnis. McGinnis putting it towards in front. On Ellis on the point. Jonah Ellis. Down low for McGinnis. Jake McGinnis a drive, and that one deflected wide. Hook Shores on it in the corner. Drops it off for McDonald. Back for Hook Shores. He wasn't able to retrieve that. It was taken out by the Subaru now. Outlet play trying to find Munden. Icing waved off here as McCacken moves it off the backboards. Outlet play, nice touch pass for Hook Shores, but unable to clear there was McGinnis. Hook Shores trying to get a hold of that. Ryan on it. Ryan down low. On to go wraparound chance, goes right through the blue paint, unable to corral that on the goalpost. Land on it now. Finds Munden. Munden moves it across. Here's a chance from distance. Another shot there, patted aside into the corner. Great pressure here by the Subaru. Land a drive through traffic, that goes wide. Islanders are going to have a tired group in a moment as that one shot is blocked aside by Jack Bell as get the chest plate on that one. Ryan sweeping it in front. It's loose. Held at the line by Land. Land across. Shot. Pad save there by Bell. Islanders have to get out of their own zone, and they finally cleared the zone and got a much needed line change to their group as they were hemmed in for quite a moment there by the Subaru on that shift. Here comes Land again. Signing it across. Delaney picks that off. Moves it to Chisholm. Chisholm on the near side. Dumps it ahead. Fleet chasing it down. Colby Fleet. Down the wing. Stops up. There was a reverse check and holds on to that puck. Look in the corner now. Trying to get a hold of it here. Are the Subaru. Out they come with some numbers here. Land moves it across to McQueen. McQueen. Shot there. Save made by Bell. Trying to clear it again. Great hustle here by the Subaru as they get active again in the offensive zone. Looking for a one-timer. Great active stick there by Trenham. Back onto the point. Turning with it is McQueen. McQueen across. Scotland. Shot. Save made. Rebound chance. Another chance. And they score! It's McQueen. His second in as many games, and the Dartmouth Steele Subaru opened the scoring here in the first. After quite a few shifts of relentless zone pressure, they find pay dirt and open the scoring here. He put the Islanders on the back foot with 6:10 remaining in the first. Well, that's definitely a different start than last game, as this time the Subaru have opened the scoring in this one. Got one to drive, save rebound chance, patted aside, McDonald on it. And here comes Chisholm chasing it down against Henry as that one's chopped on the near side. McQueen turning with it now. Backhand feed against the grain to Henry. Henry trying to find Bryan, drags on him and holds it. Sweeps it into the zone. Off the wall, held there. As the Subaru looking to advance. Nice move by McDonald. Here he comes. He's got Chisholm with him. McDonald. Great active stick there by Bryan on the back check to strip McDonald of the puck. Burgess on it. Backhand feed. Picked off there by Ellis. Ellis. Nice dipsy-do. Holds on. Sweeps it in front of the net. And unable to corral it there was Aiden McDonald. Now the Islanders with some zone pressure in response. Chisholm has to step back and neutralize with the puck now as he tries to advance. And play whistle down here. It looks like there's a penalty being called on the play. An interference call. And it's going against the Dartmouth Steele Subaru as Brian goes to the box. So it could be a turning point here as well here in the first period of play as the Islanders will get their first power play of the game. Brought to you by Zupfin Contractors. Well, interference call against Brian. And it'll be a 5-on-4 advantage for 2 minutes on the clock for the Islanders. They look to tie it on the power play here in the first. Off the draw to the point, McDonald. Cross to Ellis. Ellis back to McDonald. McDonald waits, takes, and that one blocked by Poplinski. Great defensive play by the Subaru captain. Jonah Ellis turns and looks to set up the play in his own zone here as he skates out. Aiden McDonald tries to find some room and moves in, and that's going to be an offside call against the Islanders on that zone entry. Not able to get the clean entry they wanted. They'll have to reset and neutralize for this draw. And so Kieran McDonald sets up in the face-off dot against Matthew McDonald. Aiden McDonald turns with the now for the Islanders. Backhand feed to Ellis. Ellis. Play up to neutralize. Kieran McDonald skating through. Unable to get past and into the zone. It's turning with it now is Watt. Watt chips it into the corner. The Islanders get advancing the play here on the power play. It's a minute 10 remaining on the penalty as they look to go to work. McGinnis on the point across to Ellis. Ellis walks the line, moves it across to McDonald. McDonald down low for Watt. Lex Watt out front looking for a one-time feed and a great active stick there by Land as he blocked that pass and deflected it out of play. The line change in the power play unit for the Islanders and in the penalty killing unit for the Subaru. This power play, of course, brought to you by Zupfin Contractors. 53 seconds remaining in this one as the Islanders look to tie the hockey game with the man advantage. Taken by Hookshorst in the corner. To the net, and a quick play, another shot in front. That was blocked as well. Good diversionary tactic there. Hookshorst faking the pass and then taking it to the goal. Almost caught Cole by surprise there, but Cole fought it off. Showing why he's the first star of the week. In between the pipes for the Subaru. Fired down, not down, excuse me. McDonald caught that out of the air. Gotta have some tough mitts to snag a hard shot like that out of the air. Kudos to Hunter McDonald on that play. And here come the Subaru the other way. Carver trying to advance it past Trenum. From near side to Fleet. Fleet down low for Trenum. Near side for Fleet. Fleet skates in the zone. That penalty almost expired. Chance in front was blocked off by the Subaru defense and down the ice. We're back to even strength with 2:50 left to play. As Brian is back onto the ice surface to skate that one down. Play in front of the net, deflected. And McDonald picks it up in the corner. Hunter McDonald takes a check on his way out of the zone. Near side for Land. Here comes Land down the wing. Slides it for Tremblay. Nice feed there for McQueen. McQueen dances wide. Moves it for Land. Back for Tremblay in the corner. Chisholm receiving that. Plays it. Delaney moves it across for Davidson. And that hopped off his stick and a little too hot to handle as Bell stops it up behind the goal. As McNeil fires that to neutralize. Picked off there. Great positioning in the game in the neutral ice. Try to mitigate the rush opportunities for the Islanders as the Subaru in great position. Looking to maintain that puck possession game as that's moved out. Picked off here by McNeil as he chips it out. Davidson on it. Into the zone. Checked by McQueen. McPhee. He finds Smith. Smith, nice move to the inside. Moves wide. Smith to the goal shot. Save made by Bell. Great rush there by Smith. Here comes Davison the other way, looking to get a rush of his own. Dances by. Checked hard into the glass and knocked to the ice by Smith. Outlet play for Burgess. That one goes all the way down. McDonald gets a hold of it. Ellis spins it to the point, not out. Smith holds the line. He gets checked by Kieran McDonald on the follow through, but that one's caught the ceiling beam for a stoppage in play. So far the shots are 16-5 in favor of the Dartmouth Steele Subaru, with quite an advantage on the volume opportunities as well as puck possession game so far in this first period of play, but only a 1-0 score for them as Jack Bell has had to hold his own by quite a margin in this first period of play. Scotland on. Nice move by Scotland. Near side passer Burgess looking to gather that in. Ellis moves it ahead. McDonald chips it into the corner. Kieran McDonald. A little shimmy and shake. Head fake there. Moves it in for McGinnis. McGinnis turning, trying to sweep it in front. Unable to do so. Great defensive pressure there by the Subaru. Taken by McDonald. Quick shot, and that one catches the glass as it went wide. Blocked by Ellis on the point. Jonah Ellis moving into the zone. Scotland gave it away to Ellis. And gets back into the play and redeems himself there as he works in the corner. Scotland looking to clear it out. Nice move. Cross on the far side. Here's a chance. Here comes the Subaru. In wide, a shot off the side of the goal. Unable to get it on net. His time just expiring here in the first. And one last shot into the ceiling beam for good measure, and that'll do it here for the first period of play. The Dartmouth Steele Subaru take a 1-0 lead into the second period as we head to the first intermission. This intermission brought to you by Ron McGilvery Chev Buick GMC. Whether you're looking for a new or a new-to-you vehicle, Ron McGilvery Chev Buick GMC has you covered. With a wide range of selection, amazing deals, knowledgeable and friendly staff that will get you into your dream vehicle. Visit Ron McGilvery Chev Buick GMC and Ron McGilvery Certified Pre-Owned Center at 75 St. Andrew Street in Antigonish, or call 902-863-2803. That's 902-863-2803, or shop online at rmggm.com. That's rmggm.com. The Islanders would also like to extend a thank you to Zutphen Contractors and Ideal Concrete for participating in their co-branding program. In addition to being a member of the Islanders sponsorship team, they'll also be sponsoring tracksuits for the 2025-26 coaching staff and players. And also a special thank you to Nova Trophy for providing the Islanders players and staff with Islanders hoodies this season. So a 1-0 lead for the Dartmouth Steele Subaru heading into that second period of play. We'll be back shortly after this intermission break. Stay tuned, folks. And the Dartmouth Steele Subaru first to the ice surface here for this second period of play. As Jack Bell makes his way back to his net, switching sides, of course, as they always do between periods. Subaru moving on the left to the right for this second period, as the Islanders will be on the right moving left. The Subaru with 16 shots against Jack Bell in that first period of play, and the Islanders only able to muster 5 shots against Will Cole, who, of course, as you know, is the first star of the week for the league. And so they'll need more than that if they're going to have to beat number 31 between the pipes for the Subaru. So no change up in the strategy if you're the Dartmouth Steele Subaru. Keep your foot on the gas pedal and try to get a couple more here. With the Islanders, you want to put a foot in the right direction here in this second period. A chance to change the tone of this game as far as the volume of shots are concerned, as well as the pressure opportunities. The puck possession game has also been in the favor of the Dartmouth Steele Subaru, especially with that neutral zone coverage to try to prevent the Islanders from getting past their own, or the mid-ice line, the red line there, to try to advance the play, because, of course, the Islanders, a lot of their strategy is once they gain that red line, they dump it in and put a really aggressive forecheck on you to try to take away your time and space. And a close call there for Chisholm as Poplinski took a run at him. Pass in front of the net, unable to get a shot away there was Watt. Watt behind the goal, trying to play it in front. McDonald on it. Chisholm gets a hold, chips it into the zone, and Islanders have to tag up as they were offside. Here come the Subaru. Moving in, dumping it into the corner as McGinnis retrieves that here. Davison calling for the pass, intercepted by Poplinski. Here comes Dylan Poplinski, a drive, and that one blocked aside by Bell. Poplinski back in the corner, drops it off. That's McDonald off the glass. Poplinski dumps it into the corner again. The forecheck of the Steele Subaru go to work. Davidson off the near side for Watt. Lex Watt down the wing. Shimmy's pass on the wide side. Pass in front, unable to get a shot away. Where's McDonald? McNeil a drive. That one sails high. McDonald. Watt in front, unable to pull the trigger. McGinnis holds the line there. And play whistle down here. Looks like there's a penalty called here. And it's a hooking call. It looks like it's going to go against Liam Duffy of the Subaru. So this power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete is going to go to the Islanders here as Duffy shows his time in the box. So this power play to open the second period of play for the Islanders. Chance to tie the hockey game and change the flow of things here in this contest. Can change at any moment. Still just a one-goal hockey game as that's on the point to Trentham. McDonald the drive, tipped on goal, and that one off the stick of Chisholm into the glass. Back onto the point again. Trentham shoots, and that's blocked in front. McDonald follows it up. He tries to sweep it towards the goal. And a great active stick there by Bryant as he skates ahead short-handed. Bryant a drive off the block. A rebound chance chopped at there by McDonald. And now the Islanders have to get in the transition the other way. Hunter McDonald down the wing with speed. To the backhand. Sweeps it in front, looking for Chisholm, unable to pull the trigger. And that one off the glass and down the ice. As the penalty killers for the Subaru kill some time. That one fired down the ice for the Islanders. And that'll be an icing against them. This second period of play brought to you by West Nova Fuels. Worry-free home heating, oil and propane delivered proudly by local experts. Comforting your family is our priority at West Nova Fuels. This power play, of course, brought to you by Ideal Concrete. Of course, the Islanders stuck in their own zone here for this face-off, so they'll have to reset that power play unit and try to make a clean zone entry here as that's moved on the near side to Hunter McDonald. Skates in wide. McDonald with speed. Holds on. Plays it in front. Unable to pull the trigger there was Fleet. On the point, kept alive by Hookshorst. He bats at it. Try to move it ahead to Chisholm. Tripped up on the play there. Not going to get a call on that one as Fleet moves it ahead. And Hookshorst trying to go through the goal. And he's hooked on the play. That's going to draw a penalty. And we'll have a 5-on-3 opportunity here on that hooking call as Hookshorst made his way to the goal. He was interfered with on the hook. And it looks like Tremblay is going to go to the box here. Oh no, never mind. It's Poplinski there. My mistake. So Dylan Poplinski, that's a big loss on the penalty killing unit for the Subaru as one of the better penalty killing unit defensemen in the box, the captain, Poplinski. As this power play this time, now a 5-on-3 advantage for the Islanders, brought to you by Ideal Concrete as that one off the draw to the point. McDonald holds on and turns, looking to set things up here. 40 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Ellis a drive, deflected wide. Back to Ellis again, he resets, and the stick is broken here as Brian is without a stick now. McDonald on the point, looking to capitalize here, drops it off for Ellis. Ellis, back for McDonald. McGinnis steps free, holds on, down low. Watt, pass across. McGinnis to Ellis. Ellis a shot, deflected into the netting for a stoppage in play. Just 9 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Once again, this power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. And so once the 9 seconds of the 5-on-3 expire, we will continue with 5-on-4 action for the Islanders for a minute 14. Draw one there and fire down the ice by the Subaru. Big defensive draw win there by the boys in blue. It's taken here by Ellis behind his own goal. Ellis, near side for McDonald. Cross ice feed for McGinnis in stride. McGinnis moves wide. Holds on towards the goal through the blue paint and wide. Minute 3 remaining on the 5-on-4 now as McGinnis skates and shoots off the blocker of Cole and into the corner. They battle for it here, ripped around on the far side. Ellis has to chase it down here. And it's cleared all the way down by the Subaru. Bell stops it up for his defense behind the goal as McDonald picks it up. Aiden McDonald lays it across to McGinnis. McGinnis moving wide, holds on, sweeps it out front. Back to the point to Ellis. And intercepted there by Smith as he skates it down shorthanded. Moving wide, Smith. Interfered with slightly there on the hook there by Ellis. Not going to call a penalty though. They look to draw one there with Smith as taken here by Hookshorst now. 15 seconds remaining on the penalty here as that one cleared to Smith again, shorthanded. Smith is looking to keep it alive here in the corner and kill the rest of this penalty off as Fleet drags it behind his own goal. They've killed off the 5-on-3 and the 5-on-4 as here comes Fleet down in the zone. Back to even strength. Colby Fleet turns with it. Near side for Chisholm, a drive. Glove saved by Cole. Reno just loose in front and cleared down. Close call there for Cole. That's all the way down. An icing call against the Subaru as the penalty has expired. The Islanders climbing their way back up in the shot clock as they've scored the equivalent, or shot the equivalent of shots that they had in the first period already in the second here, with 10 on the board so far in the game. So that's a better start to this period than they had all of the first in just the first 5 minutes of play. Much of it owing to that power play, of course, as well. As Smith fires that in. Once again, Will Cole standing tall in those 5 shots that the Islanders have put on thus far. They're going to need more. They're going to have to put volume on the goal as Davidson skates in and shoots. That one blocked by Poplinski. Davidson turning. Holds on to it in the corner. Nice couple moves by Davidson. Hit hard there by Poplinski. Stays on his feet though. Onto the point, McNeil. Drive from distance and blocked in front. As Will Cole got a stick on that. Clear out of the zone. McNeil has to chase it down for the defense. And it looks like there's a penalty being called on the play. It's a slashing call And that's going against Jack McGinnis. So another power play here, this time once again to the Dartmouth Steele Subaru, as they'll go on the power play. Well, this one brought to you by Zeppelin Contractors. That's another opportunity for the Subaru to get a 2-goal cushion here in the second frame. On to the point, Duffy. Intercepted there by McDonald as he skates on the near side wall. Here, McDonald, nice move. McDonald to the goal, and a shot there deflected wide by Land. Great effort on the shorthanded bid there by Kieran McDonald. Far side, here come the Subaru, advancing the play. Ryan turns wide, stops up, and drops it off to the point for Land. Land holds on, back for Ryan in the corner for Munden. Chase Munden, leading goal scorer for the Subaru. Back on the point, moved across to Duffy near side. Duffy back to Land. Land across. Ryan a shot blocked. Another chop towards the goal. That one goes wide as well. Good pressure here on the power play by the Subaru. Hold the line is Land. Land holds the line once again here and dumps it into the corner. Looking to set up the play. Islanders looking to keep them to the outside here. Ryan a shot through traffic. That one just off the pad of Bell and wide. As the Islanders still unable to clear. Land gets a hold of that. Steps free and slides it across. Another shot towards the goal. That one deflected wide. Munden in the corner. Backhand feed to the wall. Another shot from distance. Land, a deflection rebound chance in front is loose, and that one off the side of the goal. Close call there for the Islanders. 28 seconds remaining in the power play. They're still not able to get out of the zone. As that one caught out of the air by Bell for a much-needed line change to the Islanders penalty killing unit. As the Subaru were all over them for that shift. Just 23 seconds remaining in the power play brought to you by Zeppelin Contractors. And still the Subaru looking to extend their lead here. On the point, McPhee. Across. McQueen. Drops it for Tremblay. Tremblay. Switches places with McPhee. McPhee drops it off for McQueen. Sweeping a backhand pass. That was blocked. And fired down the ice by Hookshorst. That'll do it. The Islanders kill it off as Jack McGinnis makes his way back to the bench. We're back to 5-on-5. McPhee. Pass on the near side of Poplinski. Here comes Dylan Poplinski sliding on the near side. Pass to Tremblay. Poplinski on the forecheck here. Another shot shoveled towards the goal. Patted aside by Bell into the corner. Davidson retrieving that. Trying to clear. Held on the point by McPhee. McPhee holds on and shoots through traffic. That one deflected wide. In front of that, McQueen. Back to McPhee on the point. McPhee a drive, patted aside by Bell. Tough to see that one through the screen, but he made the save. As here comes McQueen. Skating in, shooting, and that one blocked aside as well. Another shot blocked in front. On the point shot there by Delaney. Fearless block there by number 11 as Poplinski comes in now. Relentless pressure here in those last couple of shifts by the Subaru as they look to extend their lead to 2 here. Davidson picks that up. Ryan Davidson moves in his own, shoots, and he sailed that shoulder height and caught it in the air by Will Cole. And that one was labeled for bar down, and Cole snatched it out of the air. (24-11) are the shots in favor of the Dartmouth Steele Subaru. Face off of the offensive zone for the Islanders here. So we're getting to the halfway point of regulation as McDonald with a drive deflected into the netting. McDonald chasing it down in the corner, rimmed around on the far side. Chisholm on it, chopping at it. Holds on, Will Chisholm trying to feed it in front. McDonald on it now. Onto the point to Lucas Chisholm, unable to corral that on the backhand. It was a tough pass to intercept or retrieve for that matter, and that one fired into the ceiling beam on the deflection for stoppage. So face off in neutral zone ice here as McDonald against McDonald here on the face-off dot as Matthew faces off against Aiden. Aiden wins that draw for the Islanders as Trentham dumps it into the corner off the glass and hops up under the netting for a fan to retrieve that puck. So another neutral zone draw here. And Matthew McDonald wins that draw that time against Aiden, and moved out here to Lucas Chisholm, dumping it back in as the Islanders gain possession there and dump it into the zone to start their forecheck. A hard check there in the corner. Again, trying to take away the time and the space of the defenders for the Steele Subaru. As a collision there in the near side corner. Chisholm collided with his own man there on the follow-through as he missed his man on the body check. Oh, and a hard collision there in neutral ice, and it's an interference play, it looks like, as McDonald was well out of the way of the puck. And McDonald makes his way back to the bench with some discomfort here. And we go to a TV timeout here before we get to filled in on the data for the power play here. Nature of the penalties. We'll be back shortly.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better. Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
And the officials there at center ice just discussing the nature of the calls as Smith makes his way to the box. And Will Chisholm going to the box as well luckily for a rough after that whistle as he took exception to that hit and stood up for his teammate Aiden McDonald. The Islanders, of course, protesting that penalty likely as perhaps feeling that Chisholm should be a little left off the hook there on a dirty play for the interference, or hit rather, by Smith. And it wouldn't have been a dirty hit had Aiden McDonald had the puck. It could have been a clean check, but of course it was well away from where the puck was, and so McDonald not expecting the hit at all and being unable to brace himself for the impact. Quite a bit of guts on that effort, though. He bounced right back to his feet and made his way right to the bench to recover with his teammates there. As this power, I was about to say power play, but it is a even strength 5-on-5, coincidental minors, of course, and so could be one for the commentary blooper reel, folks. As Fleet steps up to the draw, he's got Kieran McDonald parked at the top of the circle. Possible set play here. McDonald drags and shoots, and that one just past the blocker's side. Looking to go posting in, but just wide of the post as McDonald gathers in again, shoots, and that one sails past the other goal post that time. As Duplinski tried to slide a pass. Late forechecking pressure by the Islanders once again.
250 ticket number.
Okay, McDonald chopping at it, taking free here. And out comes McPhee. McPhee moves it across for Burgess. McNeil with a body check in the corner. McGinnis. Outlet play looking for Jake McGinnis. And we get through in a collision there between players of the Dartmouth Steele Subaru there. And that puck is out of play, so that will be a neutral zone face-off. Ryan on the draw against Hookshores. Tremblay advancing, trying to put it through the feet of McCackern on defense. Hard check in the corner. Ellis trying to retrieve that. But for a shot off the goalpost. It grazed the iron there as Hookshores gets a hold. Fires it off the wall, down through neutral ice. McQueen chases it down. Ryder McQueen near side for Henry. Henry on the backhand for Brian, who chops at it. McCackern keeps it alive. Watt trying to move it into the corner. Deflected by McQueen into the bench of the Steele Subaru for another stoppage and another neutral zone face-off here. And so the position of the face-off changes here as it'll be just outside of the Subaru zone. Islanders trying to advance, taken here on the near side. As that's dumped in by Scotland. Into the corner, Ellis chasing it down. Carver behind the goal. Wraparound shot, and that one stopped with the pad by Bell. Scotland on the point. Hustling against Davidson, who has had a head of steam coming towards him on the point. A shot there, and a glove save once again by Bell. And a stoppage. Ryan on the draw. Picked up. Moved out. Duffy fires it down into the zone. Bell stops it up. Moves it across. Trenham touches it there for Chisholm. Chisholm rims it off the near side wall. Duffy holds the line for the Subaru. Shot to distance. Deflected in front of another chance. Save made a rebound chance, but it's still loose. And gathered in by the Islanders here. Close call there for the boys in orange as McDonald moves it out. Carver intercepts that. Moves it to the side. Picked up by Delaney. Matthew Delaney. Far side for McDonald. Nice move between the legs. Follows it up. McDonald back in the shift here with some gusto as that's fired up. McDonald shot off the blocker, it looked like. Of Cole is taken in by Delaney now. Delaney intercepted. Here comes Munden. Watch out, he's dangerous. Munden trying to drop pass. That's blocked by Trenham. Loose in front. It's still loose. Another shot. Rebound chance in front. They bang away. Bell trying to cover it. It's still loose. A shot again. That one goes wide. Chaos in front of the Islanders' net. Land holding on the point. Shoots from distance. Blocked in front. Duffy on the wall. Skates it in below the goal line. Trying to feed it in front. And that picked up by McDonald. He clears it out to neutral ice and down. Chasing it after it is Hunter McDonald. Looking to catch them sleeping here as McDonald in on the forecheck. Here come the Steele Subaru. Subaru calling for a too many men on the ice penalty there for the Islanders, but they're unable to touch it up. Burgess a shot. One blocked aside. McPhee turning with it. Near side for Sparks. Intercepted by Fleet. Fleet from his knees trying to drop a pass, and McDonald picks that off. Matthew McDonald. Far side for Sparks. Hard check there by McNeil on Sparks, knocking him to the ice. Off the backboards. In the corner for McPhee. On the pinch, McPhee takes the body there and gets it into the deep. McPhee, nice play to hold the line. Here comes McPhee, skating and shooting, and he sailed that one on wide. McDonald trying to chip it past the defense, but Plinsky fires in the zone. McGinnis hops it up, and that's going to be a hand pass. Oh, never mind, it's not a hand pass. They don't call it. There is. That one off the glass. Taken here by McDonald. Kieran McDonald moving out of the zone. Nice move by McDonald, but he just moved it a little too far ahead for himself. That one off the wall. Hard check there by McNeil. And that's going to be called here. And a roughing penalty is going to McNeil there. And so a power play here. For the Subaru. So this power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. As the boys in blue are back with the man advantage here. They try to climb ahead by 2. And the Islanders penalty killing unit has had to do put a number in this game so far. And of course Jack Bell, number 1 penalty killer for them in this contest, as he's already made 27 saves. And we're just nearing the 5-minute remaining mark of the second period. Poplinski on the line, shoots it towards the goal. That one blocked in front. Picked up here again by Smith. Pass to Poplinski. Poplinski a drive off a deflection into the ceiling beam for a stoppage in play. On to the point. McPhee. Near side drive by McQueen. That one sails wide. McPhee on the point. Cross to McQueen again. They set up on the offensive side of things to the Subaru. McPhee on the point. Waits and shoots, looking for a deflection there, and Brian trying to get a stick on that. It's cleared to the point. Held to the line by McPhee. Poplinski back across. Here it comes McQueen. Moving wide, it shoots, and that one fought off by Bell into the corner. 1 minute remaining in the power play as that's turned by McQueen. McQueen trying to slide a pass across, and a dipsy-do move. On the point to McPhee again. They set up once more. McQueen on the point, stepping in, shoots. That's blocked fiercely by McCacker. Another chance in front. Poplinski on the below the goal line, finds McQueen again. Great pressure here on the power play by the Steele Subaru. Still just a 1-goal game. McQueen across for Poplinski. Shoots, and that one blocked in front. Deflected into the corner. Another play to McQueen. Look at the Subaru move that puck. Here's a chance for McCacker as he goes after it. And play whistle down here. It looks like the net is off the moorings. Brian doesn't like it. Brian and Ellis come together there as quite a few extracurriculars after that play. Face off in the offensive zone here once again for the Subaru. Chisholm fires it off the near side wall. Wins it around. And Land has to chase that down. Just 15 seconds remaining in the power play. Lead pass from Munden. Chase Munden on his off wing. Drops it off. Pass across. And then we get the shot away. And we're back to even strength. Land a drive from distance, and that one blocked. Deflected into the corner. Another shot from a sharp angle. Here comes the Subaru again. Off the side wall. Land holds the line. Chips it into the corner. Subaru in the front. Trying to feed it in front. Walked off the Islanders. Knocked out of midair by Jack McGinnis as he takes a check to move it out to neutralize. Land. And here they come again to the Subaru. Ryan holds on. Tries to slide it in front. Picked off by McGinnis. McGinnis. Saucer pass across to Delaney. Delaney dumps it into the ceiling beam on that clearing attempt. And that'll ensue with a neutral zone face-off. Smith moving in, 1-on-2. Moves wide. Smith has drive, and that one patted aside by Bell as Smith follows it up in the near corner. Looking to get a forecheck going and a cycle play for the Subaru as that shot deep. And knocked down on the play there. Smith gathers it in, drops it to Duffy. Duffy a drive, and he fanned on it. Here comes Davidson. 1-on-2. Davidson moves wide. Drops it off. Here's a chance. And unable to get a play towards the goal was Watt. Now in transition the other way, it's a Subaru. Smith moving in. Smith to McDonald. McDonald, a shot, save made. Fought off by Bell. Great action there on those back and forth rush opportunities as here can come the other way. McDonald across to Watt. Watt moves wide. Drives it towards the goal off the side of the net and into the corner. Davidson on it. Finds McGinnis on the point, but Smith intercepts that. Smith moving out. Lowers the shoulder, holds onto it, tries to sweep it out on a drop pass play, but McDonald picks that off. Here comes Aidan McDonald down the wing. Holds on, waits. Pass in front of you, a chance there. Save, maybe a chance, and that one stopped as well. Close call there. Great save by Will Cole. Here comes McQueen down the wing. Moving wide. McQueen stops up. Nice couple of moves, but he has to go back to neutralize here. McQueen moves it across, chipped into the zone there by the Subaru. There's a minute 33 remaining here in the second. Turning with it is Bryan, drops it off. Here's a chance for Tremblay on the point. Tremblay to Poplinski, a drive, that one deflected wide. Another chance for Tremblay chopping at it. Taking near side, here comes Hunter McDonald down the wing. McDonald moving through neutral ice. Offside waved off, he tries to skate it in. Ellis holds the line. Ellis, nice move. Couple nice moves, holds on. Tries to drop it off. Back on the point, hooks a drive towards the goal. And it's picked off here by McQueen. He gets checked. Another shot towards the goal. Another shot! What a save that was by Cole! Unbelievable stop. Shows you why he's the first star of the week with a save like that. My goodness, what a save by Will Cole. And looks like there's going to be some penalties called in the play here. It looks like a cross-checking penalty coming here against one of the Dartmouth Steele Subaru players, as it looks like it's going to be neither player has gone to the penalty box just yet. And looks like he's looked to go to the bench, but it's McQueen who's going to serve his time in the box here. And this power play brought to you by Zupfin Contractors and the Islanders power play to close the period. So a chance to tie the hockey game here. And it'd be an ideal scenario for them if they were to tie it heading into that second intermission. That flung down the ice by the Subaru.
2 minutes for cross-checking. Letting in number 25.
Sam Trenum.
2 minutes for cross-checking.
Moves out, slides it across on the far side to Fleet. Dumps it in. Henry on the backhand feed. Intercepted by Chisholm. Trying to sweep it up front. Blocked off and held at the point by Trenum. Waits. Takes to the net. Deflected. Save made by Cole. Fleet chops it into the corner. 22 seconds to go in the period. McDonald in the corner. Trying to find the point. Chipped ahead. Short-handed chance for Scotland. Here he comes in alone. Back in. He scores! What a goal by Scotland with just 9.6 seconds to go. It's a shorty and a beauty. And a big celebration for him, as what an effort that was. Oliver Scotland with an absolute highlight reel beauty. Short-handed. To make it 2-0 here for the Dartmouth Steele Subaru.
Steele Subaru, short-handed goal. Oliver Scotland.
And quite a turn of events to close that second period in what could have been a tie hockey game on the power play for the Islanders. Oliver Scotland comes in the other way, and an unbelievable move, tucking it on the backhand to give the Dartmouth Steele Subaru a 2-0 lead heading into the third period of play. This second intermission Brought to you by Ron McGilvery Chev Buick GMC. Whether you're looking for a new or a new-to-you vehicle, Ron McGilvery Chev Buick GMC has you covered. With a wide range of selection, amazing deals, knowledgeable and friendly staff that will get you into your dream vehicle. Visit Ron McGilvery Chev Buick GMC and Ron McGilvery Certified Pre-Owned Center at 75 St. Andrews Street in Antigonish, or call at 902-863-2803. That's 902-863-2803, or shop online at rmggm.com. That's rmggm.com. The Islanders would also like to extend a thank you to Zeppelin Contractors and Ideal Concrete for participating in their co-branding program. In addition to being a member of the Islanders sponsorship team, they'll also be sponsoring tracksuits for the 2025-26 coaching staff and players. And a special thank you as well to Nova Trophy for providing the Islanders players and staff with Islanders hoodies this season. So a 2-0 lead for the Dartmouth Steele Subaru heading into that third period of play. We'll be back after the second intermission shortly with the third period. Stay tuned. The Islanders have their work cut out for them here entering the third period of play. Down 2-0 after a short-handed marker by Oliver Scotland, a highlight reel beauty to end the second period of play. They'll start on the power play, of course, for this period. The power play continues with 1:09 remaining in that bid for them to start the period. So look for them to get on the forecheck quickly and try to mount an attack. Ideal scenario for them would be get a power play goal in this first minute of play of the third and put a little bit of sweat on the brow of the Dartmouth Steele Subaru. This power play brought to you by Zuffin Contractors. As we start the third period. Dumped in off the draw by the Subaru as they look to kill some time ready. Here comes McDonald. Aiden McDonald through neutral ice. Moves wide and dumps it into the corner for Watt. Watt shoveling it back for a cycle play as McDonald bumps it with Watt. Ellis trying to hold that line. Fired to neutral ice. Here comes Ryan shorthanded. Ryan dipsy-doos to the net. Oh, and off the shoulder there. That was a close call. And a couple nice moves there by Sam Ryan. And so Sam Ryan earns his team an offensive zone draw on the penalty kill with 38 seconds left to kill as Ellis takes it behind the goal. Far side for McDonald. Chips it in the corner. Watt chasing it down. Watt. Far side for McDonald. Hops over his stick and that fired down the ice by Sparks. Owen Sparks, number 11 for the Subaru on the penalty killing unit here. As that one taken here by McDonald, trying to skate past the defense. And Ellis has to retrieve that. Finds McDonald as the Islanders have to reset. Just 5 seconds left to go in their man advantage, and looks like the Subaru are going to kill it off as Scotland behind the goal, hounded by McDonald. Aiden McDonald looking for Hunter in the cycle play, but Scotland intercepts that. Nice soft area pass. Trenham receives that and fires it down off the pad of Cole. McDonald gathers it in and rips it around on the near side. Chisholm chases it down below the goal line. McDonald hustling after it. Aiden McDonald on the forecheck. Comes around far side. Chisholm intercepts on the pinch. Down for McDonald. McDonald back for Chisholm. Chisholm. Bank play there is blocked aside as it's taken now by the Subaru. Out they come with it. Trying to get past Chisholm as he's knocked to the ice. Chisholm gathers it in. Lucas Chisholm. Near side for Hunter McDonald. McDonald, saucer across, finds Will Chisholm, but he's intercepted there by Smith. Moves it across near side for Bryan. Bryan chasing it down, intercepted there by McQueen. McQueen to the net, and that one all the way through and wide. Except now another play in front, save, rebound chance, another chance, and McQueen unable to take that. Poplinski fires from distance, looking for a deflection from Tremblay. Tremblay sweeps it, it goes all the way through to Poplinski. Lucky bounce there for the Subaru as McQueen fires it, loose in front, and that one unable to pull that trigger was Bryan as he's checked there by Chisholm. Kept in neutral ice, near side for Poplinski. Dylan Poplinski, backhand feed off the glass into the corner on the dump. Trenham behind this goal. Fired off on the near side against the grain. Poplinski intercepts that. Fires it towards, and Munden with a tip. Rebound chance. They score! What a goal! Off the backboards, and a quick release there on a, looked like a backhanded slap shot almost. It's the only way I can describe that shot. What a rocket on the backhand. And it's 3-0 here for the Steele Subaru. As it looks like it was Calvin Carver with that shot. Find out for sure in a moment. What a blistering backhand shot. The only way I'm able to pull off velocity like that with a backhand shot myself is if I'm playing road hockey with a tennis ball, folks. I'm telling you. These young fellas are quite skilled, to say the least, as Delaney in the corner. Fleet fires it up and over and into the neutral ice. And looks like it's called on the hand pass. Kieran McDonald wins the draw over to Ellis. Ellis moving wide, chips it into the corner. The Subaru well in command here at a 3-0 lead in the third. Islanders have yet to crack Cole. Kieran McDonald trying to hold that line, and here come the Steele Subaru the other way once more. Smith, body check to knock down to the ice there. And looks quite shaken up there, as could be a lower body injury here on that follow through of the hit. Favoring his right leg here as that's moved on the near side wall. And Smith in quite a bit of discomfort as he makes his way back to the bench. That could be a pulled hamstring by the looks of things, or a pulled groin muscle, as he almost did the splits on the follow through to that hit. It's a painful thing to go through as a player. As hope he's okay, as recovers on the bench with the trainer, as that's on the near side for Carver. Carver had that backhand beauty from earlier. Here he comes again to the goal. One touching it. Another shot towards the goal. It's loose in front. They bang away, and that one covered. Fired and cleared out of the goal crease. There's some healthy extracurriculars here at the Islanders' net mouth. As Kieran McDonald once again in the mix, making his presence known there against his opponent. Sparks on the draw against McDonald. Shot towards the goal, deflected wide by Bell. Another wraparout chance, another shot. That one stopped as well. They shovel at it and finally whistle down as Bell covers it up. And Watt gathers it in, and Islanders getting a little frustrated here at this stage of the third period. Carver on the draw against McDonald. Watt moving down the right wing side, stepping wide. Gonna chip it past Henry as he chips it off the wall. Good check by Watt on the Subaru bench as Trenum turns with it. Trenum near side, looking to find McDonald as he looks to beat the icing here. And he does so. Unable to corral that puck, however, as Scotland got a stick on it first. Watt after it. Henry turning against McDonald. Hunter trying to retrieve that. Aiden McDonald chips it into the zone. Watt with a check there on Carver. Trenum holds onto it, shoots it into the zone for McDonald. Down for Hunter McDonald. Gonna chase it down against Burgess. Scotland, rather. Nice move on McDonald. Holds on. Got the puck on a string, trying to feed it to McDonald. Aiden McDonald that was, and that was intercepted by Brian as he moves it across. Nice move to the inside, back over. Brian turns, sweeps it towards the goal, and a pad save there for Bell. Sam Trenum with it now. Leading point getter for the defense of the Islanders, as that one cleared into the ceiling beam for a stoppage in play. And Brennan Smith being assisted off the ice here, as looks like he is out of the game after that follow through on that hit. Likely a lower body injury for Smith, as he's still favoring that right leg. Don't know how serious the injury is, but it looks to be decently serious so far, as the lower body is, as you know, the most crucial element in the game of hockey. And if it is a challenging injury, we wish Smith a speedy recovery here from all of us here at High Button Sports. You don't like to see those freak occurrences happen as the skate went out from under him and the splits were done on that check. Near side wall finds Tremblay. Skating in. Off the glass and around behind for Chisholm. Chisholm holding on. Saucer pass across for Fleet and stride. Here comes Colby Fleet. Shoots at a hard check on Fleet on the follow through there by Poplinski. Holy moly, that was a huge hit. And a tough call for Fleet as he was hit on the follow through of the shot. It's always hard to brace yourself for a hit when you're in the middle of taking a shot, especially when it's coming at the hands of 6'2", 210-pound Dylan Poplinski. Props to Colby Fleet for taking that hit to get the shot on goal. My goodness. He's recovering on the bench there and gathering himself. And physical play has not been in short supply in both of these games from Saturday to today, Sunday, as we've had more than our fair share of very hard-nosed hockey, as that's moved out to McGinnis. Jake McGinnis down the wing to the goal, and he's unable to get the shot away as he was corralled at the last second. Taken out here on the near side. Jonah Ellis fires into the zone and dodges the hit himself. Here comes Ryan, chipping it into the corner as Ellis makes chase. Ellis. Munden gets a hit on him. Henry trying to hold that. In for Scotland now as he skates out with it. Oliver Scotland moving wide, holds on. Thinks Weiser are forcing the play, and he turns with it, tries to slide it across the open side. Quick shot there, deflected to the blue paint and wide. Good hustle after here once again for the Subaru. Going to maintain that zone pressure. Is that one taken out? Scotland turns, slides it to Henry. Henry. Touch play there for Burgess, who fires it in. Chases it down against Chisholm. McDonald. Burgess. Battling there with Davidson. Chopped down the neutral zone ice and all the way down. And that'll be icing here against the Islanders. So unable to get the line change they wanted here, as all five players will remain on the ice for this draw. A tired group here for the Islanders, as they were heading into their zone for quite a bit there by the Subaru. So the Subaru looking to capitalize on a tired group here with a line change of their own as they get things started in the offensive zone. On to the point. Trenum. Near side wall for McDonald, unable to clear. Poplinski shoots all the way through, and a stick save there for Bell. McLean to Poplinski, drive through a screen and swallowed up and held by Jack Bell for a stoppage. Face off in the offensive zone here once again for the Subaru. McQueen finds Bryan trying to skate free, and that went on to the point. Shovel down low. Look behind, below the goal line. Off the sidewall, Poplinski, a drive, and that one deflected into the ceiling beam once again. McQueen on the draw against Hookshorst. McQueen drops it for Bryan on the draw. Pass in front. All the way through. Taken by McDonald. Nice move by Hunter McDonald. Moves wide on the left wing side. Sweeping it in front for Watt. Unable to pull the trigger. Back below the goal line. Pass to the side. That shovel play. Stopped in front by Cole. Rebound chance cleared wide. Taken on the point by McNeil. McNeil. Pass in front. That one goes all the way through. McDonald sweeping it towards the goal. Deflected wide. Picked up here by Hookshorst. Trying to center. Watt with it now. Back to Hookshorst. Looking to get the cycle play going here for the Islanders. Hookshorst. Rims it around for McNeil on the point. Hookshorst knocked down with some gusto there by Bryan.
Time for the TV timeout.
And that's going to be whistling on a roughing call here. And we'll go to a timeout and a message from our sponsors here.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better. Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
We're back into the offensive zone for this draw. A power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete as the Islanders looking to capitalize on the penalty to Max Bryan, a roughing call. So just over the halfway point of the period, the Islanders need a goal here to try to mount a comeback if they can. Tall order here against the Subaru, but here comes Trenum on the point. Shot through distance and a save made by Cole over the screen. Colby Fleet on the draw. Taken by Hookshorst. Onto the point. Trenum. Moves it across. Fired shot deflected off the pad of Cole and wide. As Hookshorst knocked down in front. Quick shot. That one goes wide. Another chance in front. That one knocked off. Chisholm off the boards to Trenum. Trenum. Cross near side to Fleet. Fleet a drive and he fanned on it. And it's cleared by the Subaru. Bell stops that one up behind his goal as the Islanders reset. Sam Trenum. Moving on the near side wall. Fires it in. The zone rimmed around. Cole stops another bounce in front of chance. And that one stopped and blocked by Burgess. Close call there for Will Cole. And that one escapes Fleet out to neutral zone. As Trenum turns. Far side for Hunter McDonald. Knocked off the puck and cleared down by Burgess on the forecheck. Burgess takes a tumble in front of the goal. As the ice getting a little snowy out there at this stage of the game. McQueen. Off the back boards, intercepted by Watt. Land try to fire it down. McDonald on it. Burgess intercepts. Burgess moves wide. He's got McDonald in front. Fires it around on the near side wall. Picked up by Watt now. 34 seconds remaining in the power play for the Islanders. Unable to get anything started just yet. As a great kill so far by the Steele Subaru as Ellis has to chase that one down. Jonah Ellis skating through neutral ice. A little shimmy and shake. Moves his way in. Holds on. Tries to drop it for Rex Watt as he finds McGinnis in the corner. McGinnis trying to center it. Blocked off by Scotland. Oliver Scotland behind his own goal. Avoids a hit there from Watt, but Watt wins the puck battle here. On to the point, McDonald. We're back to even strength here. Ellis on the point. Drive, and that's blocked fearlessly by Ryan. He's shaken up there. He goes off the bench to get a line change. Is that one looked to have caught him in the calf muscle? As Munden on the forecheck. Down on the far side wall. Dropped off by Bryan. Picked up here by Ellis. Backhand feed. Intercepted by Munden. Chase Munden down the wing. Avoids a hit there. Center reverse shot, they score! Munden finds his man in front in Calvin Carver for his second of the game to make it 4-0 for the Subaru here. And the Dartmouth Steele Subaru well in control of this one with another goal on the board. Saucer pass near side for Munden. Munden moves it across. McGinnis intercepts that. Munden finds Osmond. Osmond fronted by Munden again, who drives it, and that one blocked in front. Davidson tried a couple moves there. One-handed pass to Fleet. Intercepted by Sparks as he moves wide. Checked by McGinnis, but he finds Munden. Munden holds on, waits and shoots. He scores! What a shot by Chase Munden. Back on the scorecard for another goal, his team leading. 25th goal of the season. And that's 25 goals in 28 games, including this one, so almost a goal per game pace now at this stage of the season for Chase Munden, back on the board with a bar down snipe on Bell. So once again, the Subaru well in control here as Brian intercepted by Chisholm, and he can't get it towards the goal. Poplinski on the wall, clears it all the way down the ice. McLean chasing it down in the corner against Chisholm, chopping it in front of the net. Picked up by Hookshorst as he clears it. Intercepted there, and in come the Subaru once again. It's Land dumping into the zone. Into the corner. Brian trying to find Tremblay, but he's intercepted. Takes McQueen now. McQueen trying to move it across. Kieran McDonald out with play. Touch play for Will Chisholm. And Hookshorst hauled down. That's going to be called. And an interference call on the play. And another power play for the Islanders. And it's going to be likely a unsportsmanlike as well. And so Brian gets tossed from the game here. So this power play brought to you by Zeppelin Contractors. The Islanders command advantage here. Down 5-0. With 5:55 remaining in the third period of play. Off the draw, taken here by the Steele Subaru, looking to clear, stopped up there by McCackern. Work down low for McDonald. McDonald trying to shove it towards the goal, taken up again. Another shot stopped, a rebound chance, cleared wide by Ellis on the follow through. Davidson finds Ellis across from McCackern. Thomas McCackern looking at an open side from McDonald, or Davidson rather. Unable to clear that onto the goal as it sailed over top and fired down the ice by the Subaru. Bell stops it up for McCackern. Thomas McCackern moving through neutral ice. McCackern dumps it into the corner. Davidson hustling after it against McClinsky. And outlet down the ice and foot race for it here as Carver looks to get away. Nice play there by Bell as he finds McDonald. McDonald unable to clear it into the zone as that one cleared down once again by the Subaru as Ellis retrieves that. Halfway through the penalty now. Ellis, left wing side from McCackern. Intercepted by Carver. He dumps it down for the Subaru. Jack Bell stops it up for his defense as McNeil comes back to retrieve that. Cooper McNeil through neutral ice. Gets into the zone, moves wide. Sweeps it out front, on time chance there for Delaney, unable to get solid wood on that. Delaney again. McGinnis on it. Down off the wall. Chipped ahead. And McNeil goes to gather it in for the Islanders. Out he comes. Centering pass right. Vertical pass right to Watt. Skating in stride. Watt checked there by Scotland. Knocked off the puck. And that one cleared all the way down by the Subaru. One last clear. And that'll likely kill the penalty off. It's only 3 seconds remain. John Hugh McGinnis. Over to McDonald. Hunter McDonald moving in. Hunter McDonald to the net, and he can't get it to McGinnis in time as McGinnis unable to pull the trigger on that one. Trenum on it. Sam Trenum off the wall. McDonald leaves it there for McGinnis, but he's checked and knocked off the puck. Here comes Ryan down the wing. Shot, glove down by Bell for the whistle. We're back to even strength here, 5-on-5. Face off in the offensive zone for the Subaru. On to the point. Stopping up and shooting all the way through, and that one whistled wide. Down the near side, McQueen chases it down here for the Subaru. Off the backboards. Back near side for Poplinski. Looking to clear, and a soccer kick there by McGinnis. Unable to hold the line though on that one. Moving in front, one-time shot, they score again. It's Osmond this time on a one-time feed and a pretty passing play to make it 6-0 here for the Subaru. So victory a mere formality at this point with 3:05 left to play. And the Steele Subaru well in control. What was just a 2-goal cushion heading into the third is now a 6-goal spread for the Dartmouth Steele Subaru. Quite a far cry from yesterday's matchup, which was a 4-3 shootout victory for the Islanders. Looking the corner, looking to center it here. And looks like there's a penalty. I didn't see exactly what happened in the far corner, that is. And it's a penalty to the Islanders, so this one brought to you by Zuffin Contractors. And it's the Subaru well in control and on the power play for the bulk of the remainder of this third period of play. Fired down the ice. Foot race forward here as Will Chisholm looks to get after it. Delayed penalty. Chopped at by Chisholm. And another penalty here. It's a sloshing call. And it's going against Matthew McDonald of the Dartmouth Steele Subaru. So it'll be 4-on-4 hockey here for the next 2 minutes. Near side picked up by the Subaru as that one taken by Carver. Off the backboards, fired down the ice. And it's 4-on-4, and forgetting likely that they were even strength. Scotland fired it down, acknowledges the mistake, and we reset at the draw. On to that point. McGinnis a drive, glove down by Cole.
2 minutes for roughing. Then again, number 16, Elaine Tixers, 2 minutes for roughing. And penalty for Steele Subaru goes to number 27. For slashing. Then again, number 27, Matthew
Off the draw to the point. McGinnis. Cross from McNeil, a drive through traffic. High and wide. Another chance at front backhand shot. Save made. Rebound chance. What a save that was. And a goal here by Davidson. Breaks the shutout bid for Will Cole. And Davidson second in as many games. Likely too little too late here for the Islanders as minute 59 remaining. Still down on a 5-goal spread here. More of a moral victory, if anything, for the Islanders. In this one, as they did at least break the shutout bid. What was throughout two a pretty close contest, and then the capitalization was key in the third period for the Subaru. Another shot by Davison, looking for more as that one whistled off the blocker and wide as McNeil takes a tumble and loses a hold of the puck. He battles it free to try to keep it alive as McDonald looks in. Aiden McDonald to the goal. McDonald trying to make a couple moves. Patted aside there. Taking again, Delaney, a shot. Oh, that one squeaked through the arm, but went wide. Another chance gloved down by Cole with a minute 14 remaining. Lex Watt on the draw here for the Islanders. One in the corner there.
Let's go. Scoring number 47, Ryan Davidson. This is by number 92, Aiden McDonald, and number 7, Colby.
Play out there for Burgess. Delaney trying to get a stick on that. Shot by Duffy is fanned on. Trenum. Behind the goal. Far side. Lucas Chisholm backhand off the wall and down to the ice. Landon picks that up. Land stopped up by Trenum on the point with a skate. Tries to clear it into the zone. Down to the final 30 seconds of play here in the third. Delaney on it. Fires a shot, sails it over the goal. Chisholm follows it up. Moves it down for Watt. Watt. Cross for Trenum. Trenum couldn't pull the trigger there. Stops it up. Shot. And that one stopped as well. As Carver chases it down, backhand feed through neutral ice all the way down. And the final 10 seconds are ticking away here as Trenum gets a hold of it. Watt chipping it in. Trying to clear the zone. And that'll do it here. There's a bit of skirmish at the end of the game here. And some gamesmanship to close this one. As Osmond got into the mix with the Islanders near the bench at the close of this one. But the Steele Subaru, after their loss yesterday 4-3 in a shootout, come back with a dominant 6-1 performance here at the Almaguer Sports Center for the Sunday matinee. And they're back in the win column as they head back to the HRM. This has been Brendan Maloney from High Button Sports, thanking you for tuning into this one. And I'll see you in the next one.